I need your help on this video. I need your help on this one. I came across this article. Actually, someone sent it to me. I guess because I'm doing a lot of Galaxy's Edge and park news on my channel recently. Just doing some Star Wars stuff. I do have a cool video coming up about Rey. Maybe it's cool. I don't know. But this one was brought up. This was on Fox News. This is Disney executive addresses theme parks' lack of summer crowds. You shouldn't have 10-hour lines. That's what he says, referring to Galaxy's Edge low summer attendance. So he does. I will give him this. He does make a good point. He says a Disney executive believes that guests enjoy theme parks better when they don't spend all day waiting in line. Of course you enjoy it better. Of course, man. Listen, when I plan my day at the parks, I want to go when everyone's in school. And they have like even apps and places where you could tell when's the best time to go, and you go there, the park is empty, you walk on everything, you do the whole thing. And as a consumer, yes, that is a great experience. But I think this man was throwing a little shade at Universal Studios. So you tell me, was he throwing, is he trying to like say, it wasn't a failure just because it wasn't crowded? It wasn't a failure. He says here, so 10-hour lines are not a sign of success. All right. It should be seen as a sign of, frankly, failure. All right. This is what he says. A 10-hour line for a ride should be seen as a failure. And so this comes off the reports of Galaxy's Edge feeling less crowded. He basically said, listen, like we have a big park, and it looked less crowded because we were able to space everything out and people, space everything out. Even though the reports were released saying that the park attendance percentage was down and so on and so on. So he goes, the deep secret is that we don't intend to have lines. Well, that's wonderful for a consumer. Of course we don't want to have lines. But it says he's referring to reports of the wait times. All right, let me get this straight. Appears to be referring to reports of wait times of Hagrid's Magical Creature motorbike ride adventure at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure Orlando, which hit more than 10 hours when it first opened. Now, when that ride first opened, everybody just flocked to it. It was an event. Universal Studios does these crazy events. Disney World does crazy events. Universal does these crazy events where, look, people go have a good time. They got stuff going on. They got giveaways. They got things happening. I wasn't at this one particular, but I've been at others where that has happened. So it sounds like, and yes, the reports on the news were saying like allegedly it was a 10-hour wait, which I kind of find that a little hard to believe, but hey, it could have happened, and it could have happened. The line for Hagrid's ride is long. People have been waiting 3 to 5 hours to ride that thing. It's a new ride. Everybody loves it. They say it's awesome. But the thing that Universal does well, while you're waiting for some of these rides, they give you enough entertainment, enough things to look at, enough things to enjoy, that it makes waiting those long lines a little, it makes them more enjoyable. For one, like the King Kong ride at Universal, I don't think the ride's all that great in my opinion, but waiting in line was kind of cool. They have like stage that's set up. They have people scaring you. It's like walking through a little spooky house. Anyway, for whatever it's worth. But do you think this guy's taking a shot at Universal saying their park is a failure, ours is a success? Right? I will link the article. You can read it for yourself, and I'd love to hear it in the comments section. I don't know, I've been asking people, it's like, this man throwing a little shade at Universal saying our park is not a failure. Your park is, because people wait in long lines. People wait in long lines for your rides. They're not waiting long lines for ours, so ours is not a failure. It's a success. All I'm saying is if I owned a business, wouldn't that business look like it was popping if there was just massive amounts of people always there? Even though it's crowded, there's still people there? Because that's how good your product is. If you had an amazing product and the lines were just backed up, like for instance, I'll give Disney World some credit. The Flight of Passage ride in Pandora, Avatar, is one of the greatest rides if not the greatest ride that Walt Disney World has to offer. It is an amazing ride that I personally don't mind waiting a few hours to ride because it's that good. It is that good. Just letting you know, it is that good. So I don't know if this guy's just trying to, it's his job to like make Disney World, Disneyland, the parks not look like a failure. But man, looks like he's throwing a little bit of shade at Universal, in my opinion. Looks like he's just taking a little jab, saying, no, basically it's like little kids, like, they're the failure, we're not. They're the failure, we're not. They're the failure, they're not. I do get his point that people do have a better time if there's less lines. Of course, nobody likes waiting. Every time you wait in line, you're reminded of the DMV, and you're just kind of like, what am I doing here? Wasting my life. You could literally feel yourself age waiting in line at the DMV. You literally could feel the years being sucked out of your soul, and that's when you got to wait 3 hours for a 3-minute ride. Yeah, sometimes it's like 100 degrees, and there's smelly people around you, and little kids screaming, and all this stuff's going on. You literally feel the age just being sucked out of your soul. But if you have a great product and people are willing to wait for that great product that Universal has been delivering, I don't know if that's necessarily called a failure. If people are willing to wait, 5, 6, 7 hours for a ride because it's that good, I don't know if I would call that a failure. Just me. Let me know in the comment section below. That's the video. Just curious on this one. I'm asking my subscribers, help me out here. They throwing shade because of Galaxy's Edge. I don't know, man. I don't know. Till next time.